Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes roster review. So we've got Mol Eliza here. Now Mol Eliza is in Jensaarai Mandalorians, which is the same guild my main account is in, Tem and Wexley. Gonna say, I also know him by Foth Tano, so I'm probably going to refer to him as Foth for a fair bit of this anyway. At the time, well, like this, I was going to explain what Foth wanted me to look at, but first of all, let's just have a quick general glance at the roster. Okay, so Foth's got a total GP of 2.229 million, so that's a little bit more than my baby account JJ. Top 80 of 1.112 million, top 65 of 0.994 million. They both seem respectable. I think the top 65 breaking a mil will be nice soon enough, as far as it'll be a reflection of your account growing nicely. Ship GP 0.76 million, again, once that breaks 1 mil, it's quite nice. I don't think JJ's done that yet, so again, something to target. Zetas, 23 Zetas, 6 Gear 13s. Let's have a look, you've got your 6-dot mods, 2 25 pluses, 4 20 pluses, 17 15 pluses, no high offense percentage mods. So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking the mods could improve just a little bit off the numbers. I mean, we'll soon see how the actual mods themselves look, but if you're talking about your general farming, you could do with upping them a bit. On the other hand, again, compare it to JJ, who's a similar size. I've only got 2 25 pluses, so that's not a criticism there. I'm thinking more the 20 pluses more than anything. So again, I'll have to do a comparison with myself. Maybe I'll put that on screen right now if I remember. But yeah, the way I see it, that is an interesting place to start. Okay, so then just delve into the Relics, because we did see you've got 6 Gear 13s. Only one Relic 5 and the rest are 1s and 1 to 3s, so again, they could do with improving a bit. I mean, I'm using this example when I talked to Gibbo recently, or did a roster review for Gibbo, but I think if you can get them to Relic 5, then you're actually making the most of the Relics. I mean, 7s, 8s, well, 8's maybe a bit beyond, obviously, but 7's especially, they should be the goal. You know, try and take as many as you can to 7, but minimums really should be 5. I know they require a lot of gear at times, the Iridium heat sinks especially, but you get, the holo projectors are quite easy to get for those, so 5 should be achievable. I just recognise it takes up Cantina energy, so I'm going to say it's not easy, but it should be doable. Okay, so as far as meta tunes, we've got a Darth Revan and a Malak, and we've got a JKR. So that is where we're going to leave the actual review, and we're going to, well, the generalised review, we're going to have a look at the roster now and just see how it's getting on. So the interesting thing about this review, when Foth asked me for it, he was actually going for Malak. So it's a sign of how long it's taken me to get around to do all these reviews, the fact that he has actually got Malak. So at the time it was just advice about the mods for the event, but obviously that isn't needed now. So what I'll do instead, I'll just give a more generalised review, try and work out what you're doing right now because I haven't spoke to you. But we'll just see what's going on, see if there's any room for improvement anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to go faction by faction straight away, just for the fact that we have got the 6 Relics, but besides that, I always feel a bit awkward talking about anything below Relic, because the way I see it, at that point, at Relic, you've got all the speed you can get. So from there, you can judge your mods. Whereas, take Boss there, for instance, on the front screen, Gear 12, he's going to get speed from his 3 extra gear pieces. Offhand though, I do not know what it is. So I would rather talk about what I can see and what I know can be improved. Okay, that's a general explanation for you all, by the way. That's not just for Foth, but I don't like shortchanging you. That's the bottom line of it. So 5 first, we're looking at the clones in general here. We know you haven't got gas, so well done again, you 4-star ARC Trooper. You're doing a lot better than I am in the sense that I've delayed ARC Trooper all the time, so well done on getting 4 stars. 5-star on Echo, okay. So you've got your stars on 5s and racks, Ahsoka's there as well. How I view it, you've got a nice little starting point here as far as if you decide one day, right, I want to work on my clones. Echo will take you a bit of time as far as going in the guild store. I believe Echo is in the fleet, but I might be mistaken there. And Arc, obviously you just have to stop like I've been doing lately and just farm Cantina non-stop, but it's not the worst farm as far as it's low energy. Okay, so we'll just move along. Any work on Bad Batch? They're all at level 50 bar under 53, so what I will say, I've put Zetas on all of these now on Temin, and I'm going to actually try and put them on my front wall next year. See, I feel like I'm giving people GAC pointers for next season with that, but I'm going to see how 3-star Bad Batch with Zetas get on. And it's not going to be like Gear 11 or anything crazy, it's just going to be mild investment, if you like. So I'm curious how they get on, and if it does, then I will advise based on that. But I like seeing people who've just put a little bit of levels in, for the simple fact you can pop mods on them. And the way I see it, that's just the best thing you can do for a lot of toons. Take them to level 50, give them mods, and that way you can actually hoard more mods, essentially. So, yeah, I like seeing that, just in general. Okay, your hunters, how are they getting on? So, we got Zaytron Bosque. I will actually pause to have a look at Bosque. I did neglect him on the home screen, but let's see. You've got defense and health sets, protection, speed. Okay, how's your tenacity looking? You've got 78k protection, which looks good. Tenacity's a little low, though. So, yeah, just in a general sense, try and get tenacity primary there. You're okay with the speed up there, that's not bad. Personally, I would swap it around. You've got 2 health sets in there. I would try and get 2 defense sets and a tenacity set. That'd be the way to balance it, or 2 defense and a speed set. You want tenacity secondaries as well as protection, well, defense. Oh no, protection, sorry, what am I talking about? Protection secondaries all throughout. Defense doesn't hurt, but protection is what you're after. Health is kind of nice with Boss Predator Instinct as far as recovering 50%, but honestly, I feel like protection is better just based on the lead. 50% max protection and tenacity, mod for them, you can't go wrong. Now, if he isn't leading, you know, if you say use Django lead or something, which I don't think you've got. Oh yeah, you've got Django at 7-star, I'll take that one back. So, yeah, if you were to do Django lead, which obviously you need the Zeta for, then there's an argument you could then afford to mod for health, that way he's recovering based on the special, but for now I would focus on protection. Also, Trandoshan Rage, it's a hard Zeta to afford in the sense that there's always someone else who needs a Zeta. When you get it, you will not regret it. So, just that one time you're saying, ooh, who shall I give a Zeta to this time? Bosque. That's what I'm seeing right now. Let's see Grief's 7-star. I don't know if you were farming the Y-Wing or not, but that's still very nice to see. Shame Mando's only 2-star though. Mando's, put it like these two go great together, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it goes along. Clones. Oh yeah, we've looked at clones. What am I talking about? Let's move along. Droids. Okay, so you got HK with the Zeta. That was good for getting Malak, I assume. Plus you got your Sith Empire team now, so it'll do something there. 3PO 5-star, well done on getting that. GG Gear 8, I can't say out. Mine on Temin is about the same, so I feel you there, I feel you. Empire, what have we got here? We've got Relic 5 Vader, Relic 3 Palpatine, Gear 11 Thrawn, and then the rest are not that great. So yeah, let's have a look at Vader. Offense and health. I get the feeling you've been talking to Hawkins or Fat Kid or whatever name we're going by. Not a lot of speed, 212. Crit damage, 192. You've got 2k offense. Okay. Yeah, again, I feel like I could beat a drum about Vader. I've done it in multiple roster reviews. I feel like I could end up doing a compilation on it. But yeah, I'm personally trying to mod more for speed. Or not necessarily speed like crazy speed, but on Temin I've got about 250, 260 speed. And when it comes to the damage, with Relic 7, I'm about 6-7k. So it's a coin toss. I mean, I've got a crit damage set as well, so how I view it, I get why you would go for offense. Merciless does provide offense, but it also does provide crit damage. So for me, I'm always on the side of crit damage. I think crit damage with Vader, you're going into Merciless first turn, you are getting a crit. So you want the crit damage. But I do get it, it's like, I get why you would go for offense. So yeah, that's just my personal preference, but yeah, I'm not going to go overboard on this one. I feel like I'm constantly going to be outnumbered on this argument, at least in my own guild. Actually, tell you what, right, you guys in the comments, I'm assuming there's a few of you who watch these things. Write down in the comments what your modding strat is for Vader. I want to actually just get a gauge right. So please, if you don't ever write a comment on a video, right, because you, I don't know, watching while you're on the toilet or something, just this once, actually just say how you mod your Vader. Just tell me, am I on my own here? Or do you guys actually mod offense? Do you mod crit damage? Just give us an idea, okay? It might be that you just don't mod him because you don't give a damn. Honestly, I think I'm just getting a bit defensive over it now. Alright, I think I even whacked my keyboard then, just trying to gesticulate. Yes, I use fancy words. Okay. I'm having a laugh today. Alright, Wicket, Gear 9. We've got low grade Gear 9, I think. Gear 9. I really wish they'd sometimes put the... it's like there, I just wish it was like Gear 8 or something. Just like a little word above the head or something. Yeah, I think that's Gear 9, that's Gear 8, Gear 8, Gear 8, Gear 7, Gear 7. Okay. So yeah, Chirping Zaytron will help you at the 7-star tier. Yes, I'm curious, I don't know if Ewoks came along with the Hyperdrive bundle. I don't think they did. I'm only bringing that up because level 80 there on low grade, it's a bit odd just leaving him there. But yeah, I'm a little bit stuck there. I don't think you've Hyperdrive because you haven't got Empire tunes at that level, have you? No, you get Veers and that lot, so yeah, I don't know why I got Hyperdrive in my head, but still, a little bit odd having level 80 there. I'm guessing it's credit crunch. I'm going to pass on a bit of advice that I had from Darth Lockwitter quite recently when I was on his stream. And it was just the idea that if you're struggling for mods early, if you're struggling for credits early on, sell grey mods. Just the idea that unless you know it's got a good secondary, like crit damage on a triangle or offense on a cross, sell your grey mods, and that way you don't know if they're going to be good or not unless you've rolled them. So you may as well sell and get the credits back and then reinvest somewhere else. So I did try it myself on JJ and it was good advice. It's given me a fair amount of credits that I can then reinvest in my tunes. So just a bit of advice there. Plus also it can help you roll your mods a bit more. So it might not work for you, but I found it useful myself. So I'll put that out there for anyone else who hasn't seen Darth Lockwitter's channel. I'll try and link it up the top right corner. But to be honest, if you found me, I'm a bit surprised you haven't found him. Okay, first order. Yeah, we got Crew at 80, Kylo at 75, Baby Hooks, but not a lot else. You could maybe make a team out of them, but I don't think you are based on what I'm seeing. Move along, move along. So Galactic Republic, you've got Double Zeta Padme, Gear 11 Anakin, we got Route 1 Yoda, I did skip there a bit. Gear 8 Kenobi, because I am suspecting that is the gear level where you get asked for 100 carbs and 100 stun guns and carbs, so yeah, General Cabanti everyone, in the flesh. Ahsoka, okay, yep, that's about gear 8, isn't it? So a little bit work needed there. 3PO, you've got him unlocked, so you don't really need to push on unless you're doing something with him. R2 could do with a bit of love, but again, I can't say out Crimson's maybe about that, maybe a bit less even. Let's scroll down. We'll come back to GR if I think of something in a minute, but what I will say, I did see this earlier actually. Battle Meditation, it's a Zeta that I didn't give Yoda for the longest time on Temmin. Mine was Gear 11 at the time. So what I would say, it's worth giving it to him. It's a great Zeta, it gives him extra turn meter and foresight. Honestly, it's worth doing. 237 speed and 6k offense. How's the mods? Offense, crit damage, speed. I don't know, I feel like that could be better, but I'm not convinced. Just I'm just seeing it and I'm thinking you've got offense, speed, not any offense secondaries, bit of offense there, crit damage, speed, offense, speed. I don't know. I feel like you could just do with more offense in the secondaries. I mean, your speed isn't that great either, despite going that way. Because when you think Yoda can get up to the 300s. So I do think to myself, yeah, 237 seems slow. And 6,556 special offense seems low as well. So what I would say, you could possibly do a bit better there. I'm not entirely sure what is going on there though. I can only... Again, I'm looking at the fact that you haven't got speed and offense at times. I mean, you're not going to get grip. You're not really going to do much there, I guess. You've got speed and offense there. Maybe it's just a case you need to roll it. Yeah, you've got 2 health and a crit chance there, but no speed, so that impacts the speed. Yeah, you got no offense at all in there. The speed's okay, but yeah, it's, for an offense mod, it's not doing anything offensive. Yeah, offense there, that's alright. Could do a roll in it. And yes, no offense there either. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky there as far as what exactly to do better. What I would say, it might just be a case of biting the bullet a little bit. Because when you think, Yoda doesn't really need crit chance, so just ignore that as a stat as far as the mods go. I mean, it's like I saw a bit of crit chance on one of these. Yeah, you got 4.27% there. You don't really need that. So personally, I would be going all out offense, because the harder he hits, you know, when you get to the top levels, like I'm thinking of my own JML team, you've got Gas and JKL on that team, yet GMY is the damage dealer. So what I'm trying to get at is don't neglect the offense. I'm trying not to be too critical as well, because I look and I think Relic 1, it's not Relic 7, it's not like you're at the highest level for it. But equally I'm looking and thinking, can you get more out of it? So, yeah, I'm curious what you think there. Alright, I'm moving along a bit. Geos, we got anything going here? Alright, all 7-star. You got 85 on Brood Alpha. Could do with the Zetas for sure, at least Queen's Will. Yeah, Generation Swarm's a luxury, but Queen's Will you could definitely do with. As far as power, what's Sunfac at? 11,000, so you're not taking part in the WAT mission. You could do with just putting some gear into them for that. I mean, I say it like that because honestly, they aren't far off. You know, Spy's not far off. We're talking 3k power. Sunfac will be a pain. If you're doing General Kenobi at the same time especially, Sunfac will be a pain. But Soldier, he's one of the easiest characters in the game to gear to 12. Poggle I don't think is that difficult either. Spy, I think Spy required stun cuffs, which was a bit of a pain, but again, he wasn't the most difficult. So, yeah, it's one of those where if you just say to yourself, I'm going to bite the bullet, I'm just going to get these to gear 11, gear 12, ready for what? Not only are you getting something that helps the guild, but you're also doing something that it'll help your roster, because the way I see it, Geos, they're always going to be useful in some manner. So, for me, they need work. At the very least, one Zeta there. At the very least, like if you say, right, I'm not touching these, I'm done with them. At the very least, one Zeta there. Okay, Troopers, we've already seen, so we move on to Jedi. So, Revan was the headline. Let's have a look there. Okay, good mods, or at least in theory. 293 speed. Could be a little faster. Yeah, let's have a look at what you're rocking. You got 14 there. Okay, we've got the 32 there. 26 there, that's a good good triangle. Nice one. You got 12 there. And 10 there. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is maybe a bad example of slicing. So, you're looking here and you've got 3 rolls to get to 12. So, I'm just thinking offhand and I'm going, right, say that starts at 3. And I'm going to assume that it got to 12 by 6E. That means that once you leveled it from 6E to 6D, you didn't get a roll, so it's still 12. So I can kind of get it that you might go, you know what, I'll try one more, I'll go to 6C and just see if we can get maybe 4 rolls at 16. The trouble is, even if you then got that, to go to 6B, you would probably only be getting 20. And you would then have to get the other roll to get 20 plus. Do you see where I'm coming from? Hang on, I may have overdone it then. I might have done 6 rolls in my head as well. So, personally, I think that was bad rolling. I think, I'm looking there and I'm thinking, if that was 15, then I'd be like, okay, you know, you could get one roll that could take you to 20, another one to 25. You know, even maybe 23 total there wouldn't have been bad, but that would have to be starting around 15. Whereas, I don't know, after 3 rolls and only getting 12, I'd be really reluctant to roll further. Maybe there's a story there, maybe it was looking better than it is, but I'm trying to picture that in my mind, and I'm thinking, yeah, I think that was just bad gambling. Same here, 10, I just would not roll that. I mean, he doesn't need the crit chance. Revan's entire role in this team is to be fast. So it doesn't matter how much crit chance he's getting. I mean, you've got the crit chance primary, but all he needs is to be fast. So, you know, I look at it and I think his first job in this team, no matter what team he's in, is to get direct focus out. You know, you want him to be able to mark someone. It's the whole reason he's around. So, yeah, I look at it and I think they just look like bad gambles. I mean, 15, I would actually say that was that one's a little debatable again. I mean, I did say that about 15, but I was talking about 15 from 6E rather than 6C. Just checking I'm getting my numbers right there, my letters. So yeah, from 15 from 6C, I could not advise you to roll that again because you'd need 2 rolls to get to 25, really max. You know, you'd have to get crazy rolls to get anything higher than that. So yeah, you're very unlikely to get 2 there, so it's like you're sort of stuck now at 15. So even if you tried from 6E and maybe it rolled twice on protection there, yeah, it just feels like a bad roll again. Because don't forget as well, if it was, I'm trying to think what it'd be, say it was 12 and you got 2 and you have had a roll since, it's maybe not a great one to have taken to 6E in the first place. So yeah, there's a few iffy ones here. By all means, if you've got a lot of good 15 plus mods, you can afford to roll them, but if you're gambling on 10 pluses, you really need to get the speed roll on the first one, essentially. So when you go from 6E to 6D, you do need that speed roll, because then you can say, right, I'm now in 15 plus, I can then try and gamble with 4 rolls that I'm going to get to 20 plus and maybe even 25 plus. Whereas if you're gambling on 10 pluses at 6C, then yeah, you're not guaranteed a good mod. I mean, you got it there. Congrats there. I feel like I'm being a little bit overly critical here, but again, I think it's just the way you have to think about it, that it is a rare resource. You don't get a lot of the mod slicing resources for these, even now with the Galactic challenges. So for me, it's all about how you manage them. And I can't help but look at these 2 especially, but that one maybe a little. Yeah, I mean, when you think 3 rolls at 14, you're at purple, it just feels like there's been a little bit of overdoing it a little. But again, maybe I'm just being harsh. Yeah, so Yoda, not Yoda, I've done Yoda. Jolie, gear 10, could do with a bit of work. Jolie's really the linchpin of the JKR team. You know, it's alright chasing your legendaries, your Galactic Legends, or whatever you may be going for now, but you're going to need Jolie just to keep this team working. So yeah, gear 10, it ain't enough. Honestly, there are a lot of teams that could walk over a JKR team with a weak Jolie, purely because you can just target Jolie straight away, prop the saviour, go for him again, and then it's just JKR that you gotta worry about. Whereas if you've got a thick Jolie, you've got to play it smart. So honestly, you gotta work on him. Mandos, not expecting much here except for Django. Oh, you got Candrass at 12, so props there. Yeah, let's move on. Night Sisters, 60s, 85s. I'll be honest, that was a bit more than I was expecting, so nice one. Zombie obviously is the issue. You always need zombie. Crimson's got the same problem, so no judgment, just I know the feeling. Move along. Old Republic, we've got a general idea for Candy. I don't think that's a bad gear 12 myself. I know some people may disagree, but I think, especially with Mol in the game now, even if he's still a hard farm, I think Candy's got a lot of viability now. So I think taking him to gear 12 or higher is not a bad investment. I know there might be some people there in the comments thinking, well, hang on, Mol's still a conquest thing. How can you expect to get Mol and all this? Like, I'm just talking in general. One day Mol will be easier to get. Same as Cat, same as Razor Crest, same as Boba Fett, Sign of Django. They're hard now. One day they won't be as hard. Okay, Phoenix. Yeah, about what you'd expect. Hera could be useful soon with the Omicrons, but for now, as good as you'd expect. Rebels, you've got Relic 3 CLS, Gear 10 Han. Okay, you got Chewie at 7 as well. I saw the Bounty Hunters before, so I thought that might be the case, but well done regardless. You got 3PO and Chewie at 3-star. I'm curious if you're going for anything like JKL. I don't think so, but... Yeah, I don't think so, but... Just seeing CLS at Relic 3, it got me thinking maybe that was the plan, but... Yeah, I'm curious what that's about, because if you're going for... If you're going for like a full CLS team, these look a little behind by comparison. But, again, maybe I'm just missing the point here. Let me know. Resistance? Yep, not a lot there. Okay, Scoundrels. I was looking for Nest. You've got 4-star Gear 11, so nicely done there. It'll do some work against some baby Ewoks. Okay, we'll move along. Seppi's at Hull. Dooku Gear 12, very nice. Again, Zeta's quite nice there, same on Newt. I didn't say it before, I did mention the lead Zeta, but the unique Zeta for Django is great in the Separatist team, so don't neglect that. Sith as a whole, how are they looking? We'll skip Revan for a minute, same as BSF and Malik. You got Scion at 3-star. Okay. And say Treya at 6-star, level 60. Nihilus 4-star, level 65. Bits of work can be done there, but I don't think it's bad by any stretch. I know the issue of low gear Triumvirate. Again, Temin's got that problem. One day I'll get around to fixing it, but for now, they're kind of okay where they are. Yeah, I'll try and talk myself into believing that. Sith Empire then, let's just get to the good stuff. So, your Darth Revan, 2 Zetas, you're missing Conqueror. Let's see what you got. You got speed sets and health sets, 302 speed. Okay. Let's just check your actual stats. 32 on there. Crit damage with 9 speed. Yeah, that doesn't seem great to me. I mean, I'll look at the rest of your mods, but I'm looking and thinking, you'd be, especially right now, I think you'd be much better at getting that 26 plus from JK over here if using Darth Revan in Arena. 17 on the cross, that's alright. And 21 on the circle. Then what we're looking at here, 15 here. And 17 there. So, I'm just going to go back a second. I can't remember what the mod type was for JKR's triangle. Oh, speed. Okay, so I'm saying it. Get that on Revan. Get that on Revan. I know it will slow down your JKR, but honestly, it's the old point of farming mods. You just keep getting new ones. So, honestly, that thing is not doing what you want it. It may have crit damage, but Revan doesn't need crit damage. The way I look at it is ferocity. Ferocity essentially just gives Revan offense. So, yeah, you just do not need to think about it that way as far as you need crit damage. It's a luxury. If you get a nice speed and crit damage, by all means do it. But that is going to be hindering you. When you think, right, that is 9 speed. If you put the 26 on, you're getting plus 17. So plus 17 on top of that, you're going to 319 speed. That is a massive jump. So yeah, I've got to say it. That needs to happen. BSF 230. I know she's what, gear 10? Gear 11. Sorry, gear 11. So I don't know if this is your current mod in farm. If not, it needs to be. I'm going to say you've got 6-star Malik. Malik can't go anywhere. So I'm assuming these are the 3 gear pieces you're farming right now. So hopefully you can get them done, get her to gear 12, get the gear 12 done, get her to Relic, because BSF is the most important part of the Darth Revan team in my opinion. You can have a fast Malik or a tenacious Malik or a protection built Malik, you can have a fast Revan, but the whole thing of the mirror matches with Revan, fastest Bastille wins. So for me, get your fast Bast. So I don't know what she would be currently, you know, if she got to gear 12 and 13, but you want to be aiming for her to be just behind Darth Revan. It's a tricky one, but it is possible with good mods. Let's just see how you're looking at the moment. You got 16, you got your 30 there, 13 there, which isn't bad. No speed there, so you need to farm a speed mod there. And then 12 there. Okay. Did I do that one? 10 speed. Okay, so some can be improved. You know, I'm looking there, I think 10's a bit low. You don't really want to roll that. 12 there, you could afford to roll that. I mean, 13, you think, all right, you've got a gamble still, but if you do a roll, it doesn't get to 17, 18. It's not one to take then to 6C and beyond, but at 6D you can afford to give it a gamble. That one you can definitely afford to take to 6C. That one, again, similar to the circle, I'd say you could afford to give that a chance. More of a chance, to be honest, considering it's higher. But yeah, I'm looking and thinking that needs some speed. That just isn't going to work for you. As far as primaries there, you've got the right primary in a way. Personally, when Darth Revan was my main team, I did used to go for a tenacity build on Bast. It didn't always work, I'll be honest, but occasionally you did get a benefit if Bastla's tenacity was high. The idea was, if your team was slower, then if the opponent Bastila put fear out, there was a chance you could resist the fear. So it wasn't 100% reliable, I'm not going to say it is, but the main thing is you don't want to get hit with corrupted battle meditation. So tenacity sometimes can help. Honestly, the easier way to do it, and I say easy with inverted commas, is to farm for speed. You want the faster Bastila. But if you can't do it, then sometimes going for a tenacity build can help, because even though it won't guarantee you wins, it can just occasionally trip someone up in the sense they'll put their fear out and it'd be like, oh, it didn't land. And when I say fear, I'm also talking about the CBM. You know, as soon as the Bastila takes a turn, the CBM gets out there. So, yeah, essentially, you're trying to avoid your team getting that with mirror matches. And, yeah, if you can put tenacity on it, it means you're not going to get it. But also, I'm talking about this with mirrors. You don't know, I don't know if you're facing mirrors. I don't know if you're facing gases. If that's the case, you got your harm to gear 12. If you're facing GLs, then you're not going to win with this, unfortunately. Why's my watch making noises? But yeah, you've got work to do here. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I'm going to skip back a page now. Let's just have a look at your arena team. Okay, so you're currently running Palps. So that is okay for now. You've got 5 assists, so you are actually making use of Palp's lead. But the end game is always to go for Revan lead. And to be honest, I'd say you miscalculated a bit with these Zetas by putting Revan's lead on first instead of his unique. Just simply because if you were going to use him under Palpatine, you could have put Conqueror on. So that's just another thought I'm saying seeing this. Yeah, little bits to be done. That's how I'm going to say it. I mean, you're not miles away by any stretch with the Sith Empire. I am assuming you're a bit like I was. You haven't got a full team, so you're holding back using it. In that sense, it might be worth putting JKR in your arena team. But saying that, you haven't got a full team again, have you? Yeah, you still haven't got a full team. So, yeah, I've got an issue. I can see it. You know, you can't afford to go full Sith Empire, because even if you've got, say, Darth Revan, BSF, HK, and Darth Malak kind of ready, yeah, you still haven't got your 5th with Set and Marauder being behind. So, you've got issues, shall we call them. You haven't got a solid arena team, and that is going to hold you back from climbing. It's going to hold you back in GA a bit as well, I would suspect, just for the fact that you've not got a strong team. It's not something that someone will see on a wall and go, ooh, I don't know if I can take that down. So, yeah, I'd be a little concerned here. Considering you've been farming Sith Empire, I think your main priority is to get these up. So, you want 5 at Relic. Simple as you want. I mean, I don't know how many shards you got at Malak, so obviously you might be last. But, as I said earlier, you get your 3 pieces here, then your 12 pieces on VSF. If you want to do HK, work on HK as his 7-star. You may only want to take him to gear 12, but I honestly think he's great at Relic anyway. Sith Empire Trooper and Marauder, I would actually advise farming them both. I wish I'd done it on Crimson, because Marauder would have been a great alternate option for me. But yeah, I would at least prioritise 5. If you want to go for 5, you can go for the double tank. If you feel you've got a good build for Malik, let's have a quick look here. 75k protection, 102% tenacity, speed, protection, protection, protection. So you've got your protection primaries right. I'd argue once he's at Relic, you can also afford to go for a protection arrow if you want to. You would need speed on the arrow, obviously, as secondaries, but protection primary is not bad. But tenacity is laced in there with the mod set. If you've got... Yeah, you've got bit tenacity as well. Saying that you have mod tenacity, so of course there's going to be bits there, but... Yeah, I'd say you're looking for a solid build here. You could do with a little bit of speed. I'm not saying a lot. I've always advocated for not needing super fast Maliks, but yeah, 211 should do you. Should be a little bit better. You know, maybe 230, 240, just so he's not a complete snail. But yeah, tenacity and protection, you've got them right. I think at Relic you would be okay because you get speed from the gear. So yeah, just looking at your Sith Empire, that really needs to be your focus now. I don't know if it is, but that's what I think you need to be on. Don't go to another farm. Do not try and go for, say, a Galactic Legend or for Gas or any other team. Just get this team built up, because how I'm looking at your account as a whole, it does feel at times like that's what you've done. You've started one thing, then you've gone for another and another. I mean, I'm looking at CLS and I think you haven't got a full team around him. I'm looking at your Jedi, you haven't got a full team, you haven't got a full Sith team. Your Padme team looks a little bit small. Your Bounty Hunters, you've got 1 or 2 ready. And that's kind of the theme I'm seeing, just 1s and 2s rather than full 5s. I mean, in 3v3 you might be okay, you might be getting away with it there. But really, you can't rely on that. At least if you want to be competitive in the game, you can't. I mean, if you're just having fun, by all means, Relic what you want. But I don't think that's what you're after. So for me, you need to flesh out your teams. You need to at least get them to a point where you can say, right, if I move on to my next big farm, I've got a full team that can ride me out until I get it done. So again, I look at myself, I look at my current teams, like for example, I've got SLK on Crimson. I know that team will at least get me the top 50 in Squad Arena until I get my next farm, which is JMK. So it's all about that. It's all about, have you got a team that can do you good until your next big farm is completed? And again, I'm not seeing it here, but maybe it's just not what you want to do. I don't know. So just before I wrap up ships, just go for your caps. You haven't got your Get 2 fleet unlocked yet. Chimera's the most powered. You've got Houndstooth 4-star. Bit surprised there with you having Django unlocked. Maybe you got some luck with the daily login recently. Vader's doing you okay. As far as GLs go, I'm curious if you would be thinking about going for the Sith Eternal Emperor as your next one, for the simple fact that Vader's there. Or close to there, should I say. You've got your Bomber unlocked. You got TFP at 4-star. It'd take you a lot of work as far as getting an Empire fleet built, is my thoughts, but yeah, it could do something. But yeah, your ships, they look like they could do with a bit of work. I mean, you've got Geos that aren't powered, or highly powered. You've got a Houndstooth that's not max star. You've got a 5-star Y-Wing and a 4-star Bomber. Annie's only 4. Your Galactic Republic don't look that powered. So yeah, the best thing I can say is you've got work to do. If I just go back to 209 in fleet, that doesn't surprise me, unfortunately. You've got a lot of mixed farming to do. It is where, if you don't, and I'm suspecting this is the case, if the first thing you don't do in the game is get your fleet sorted, just to ride you out for a time at least, you can be in troubled waters. And I call that troubled waters. 5-star Akbar, You got a TIE Advance that will probably carry you through a few battles, but the Bomber 4-star, it'll do a job, but it's not going to win you a lot of matches, I suspect. And then Houndstooth will probably get destroyed pretty quick. So yeah, it's tricky. I am going to say it as advice goes. I would persist with Sith Empire and Squad Arena, but after that, I would try and get a fleet built up. Even if you're saying, right, I haven't got Get 2, I can't rely on getting Negotiator or Malevolence. Build up your Atbar, build up your Empire, build up one fleet to say, right, I'm working on this can get me wins. Even if it doesn't get you top 50, just build a fleet up to say, right, I can at least put this on defense, or I can use this on offense in GA, TW, even TB, and just say, right, this is a good fleet. So yeah, you've got one or two problems there, and I don't like leaving off on that because it feels like I'm not really giving constructive advice, but it is just general advice, which is just focus. You've got one thing to focus on in squad, getting your Sith Empire up. You've got another one in fleet, which is pick a fleet and build it. I mean, I'm looking there, Empire wouldn't be a worse choice, but yeah, it's not easy for you because you've got a little bit of work to do here. So yeah, I'll be honest, right, I'm going to wrap it up here. I think this is the best place to leave it because honestly, I'm not entirely sure what else I can add. If anyone's in the comments and they think, right, you didn't show this, you didn't ask this, please do let me know. Because I feel like I've been a little bit rough with Foth here in a way, but I feel like there is some work for him to do. So I don't want to be mollycoddling him essentially and saying, right, I think this is all great. I think there is work to be done. But equally, I think if there's maybe some positive that I have overlooked, please do leave a comment, be constructive, just help me out and tell me what I haven't seen, because honestly, I do think there's some good here, but I do think there is some work to be done as well. So, good luck, Foth. Like I say to everyone, 6 months' time, if you want another review, just see if things have improved, let me know. But other than that, I'm going to wrap up here. So, thanks for watching, folks. If you got any thoughts, leave them in the comments, and I'll be back hopefully in a week's time with another one. So until then, see you folks. Bye for now.